P just said that. What about the economic system?
I said that. Now you're putting me in a spot. That a lot of people from the Occupy Wall Street movement, it's not that they're against money or that they don't believe in money. It's just that they're against greed.
Unfairness in the economic system.
Unfairness in the economical system.
He said that, and I thought that was like pretty fantastic. And just a little bit earlier, I said something like, I think money, I think part of the problem that people have with money, my bad, is, I think that money should be a medium of exchange. And I thought of it, and I'm talking to P, and I think people's problem with money is that it is used as a medium of exploitation. Mm-hmm. And then I'm looking at economics, and I'm like, oh shit, so economics actually is a combination of both that service, or maybe it's an idea that addresses both the service and the exploitation. So I'm recording this to maybe think further about the work of an artist and how they make decisions to create work, and being clear about what service you're providing so that you can avoid creating work that exploits instead of providing a service, and make money because you need to make money, get the rent paid. Anything else?
There was also something you mentioned a while ago about, we had this debate about money. Not even a debate. You brought it up about, is it about money or is it about the item? Is it about the thing or is it about money? Do you remember that? Because I think I made the statement, oh, it's all about money. Like, people are all about money. And you said, no, it's not about money. It's about the thing.
The object, the product.
Yeah.
The product of the service.
And I thought that was interesting too. That whole idea of the paper standing for the thing.
It's not about the money per se. I know we probably were talking about value. I think we were talking about value, and I'm turning it back to me because it's kind of creepy to hear the voice come from a place that's not on.
Maybe I could.
Huh?
Tranquilicus you.
Oh, like the what do you call it?
Tranquilicus. No.
How much time did it? I just the whole half an hour left. But
so the whole thing about what is it about? Is it about money? Is it about
what's the it?
The whole interest, the whole desire people have for money. What is it? What is that desire about?
It was so the want for money. Is it about? I think this is what I was saying. Is the pull, the motivation to get money, just simply about the money for maybe the power that money is perceived to give one, the influence that one is perceived to have because of the money.
Because you could have $20 in your pocket one day and feel rich, and then not have $20 in your pocket, and another day and then feel poor. But should that have an influence on your feeling, on your state of being?
Because it's like what you can
that
do with
dollar
the money.
in your pocket. Yeah?
It's what you can. It's more about I think what you can do with the money or what you're choosing to do with the money. Gosh, so that's like working around a couple of different ways. Cause it's kind of like we were talking about the earning of the money, like somebody giving you the money so that they can use your product to exploit or to provide a service. As an artist, you create work for them.
Yeah.
But then there's also so that was the earning, but the having it already. Like, how are you going to use that money? I guess that person, that entity. Like, how do you use that money? And why do you even want that money?
Yeah.
So that you can like provide or to. It's really about give and take. Exploit is another way to say like take advantage, like take. You know, it has a bad connotation to it, but like.
Well,
It reminds me of excess, like unnecessary things, and I guess that's a little bit what like exploitation reminds me of, where it gets into the territory of like excess, unnecessary.
Taking,
unnecessary. Like you have these people working and they're working long hours and they're making 5 cents an hour, and then you sell what they're making while working those long hours. You sell that for like $1,000 each
right.
pop, and that's exploitation. That's taking advantage. That's taking for granted their value, like their service, in exchange for a service, right? Like you're making some kind of clothing design, you sell it for $1,000 while it just takes like $1.25 to make, right?
Yeah,
like
that's
this.
definitely exploitation.
Let me give you an example. This is a trim of sequins, $2. $2 yards for $1, which to me is like incredible. Like this is so beautiful. But I went to the fashion district and went to the wholesale markets there, the wholesale shops, and that's the only reason why I could get something like this for $2 yards for $1.
But then, like selling it.
If this was attached to like a clothing and like a Louis Vuitton store, this exact sequence trim, oof, that's like.
But it's also this. It's like
that's
if he
less
used,
than the tax.
If he used, it's kind of like its value in like need. If I needed that to really provide the service of clarifying this idea about jugs and the relationship between the jugs and the unicorn and the hedgehog, and somehow that trim helped me to clarify and really communicate clearly that connection between, that the jug represents of a unicorn's love for the hedgehog or some crazy thing. If it helps me to clarify that and it has value to me, I'll say, hey, well, if I'm being competitive, maybe I'll say, now I only have $1. If I can get that for 50 cents, like that'll be useful. But then also, if I had, $1 million, I'd be a little bit more willing to give not $1. Sure, if I was seeking to exploit, I'd give the $1. But if I really put value into that exchange, perhaps I would say, okay, you know what? Let me give something. Let me make an assessment of what's a fair price to pay for that trim, because I have $1 million. But this idea is going to allow me to make another $10 million. So let me give him some good portion of what I have now, of that $1 million.
If you're being fair about it,
if you're being fair, let me give him 100,000, and maybe let me put some contract in there or something.
And that's supporting each other's.
Right, because I'm trying to enlighten you, and
they're giving you service, and you're trying to forward that service in another way. So that's, enlightening each other. Like, is that what you mean when you say enlightening?
Yeah, like informing, like clarifying this idea, like helps us. It gives us a better standard of living. That's an economic idea.
Definitely. Well, last night I was in Williamsburg area, and this lady was, Allie, her name is. I wish I had her card. She makes these very cool masks with actually glitter and sequins and feathers and stuff, and they totally grabbed my attention right when I was coming out the subway along Bedford, and I was on my way just to give a birthday hug and kiss to a friend, and then I was like, whoa, this would be cool, and I had $14 in my pocket, just $14, and I don't make any money, I don't have any money, like every dollar.
This guy's rich. He's
I take that dollar and I go to Chinatown and I invest it in some broccoli. That's what I do. But no, so that mask, and I was like, wow, and like right there, that was so valuable to me.
right.
And my immediately I already had expectation like, oh, this is gonna be like $50, and then but then I said, oh, how much did the mask go for? I was kind of hesitant to even ask because I was like, alright, they're gonna discourage me with the price. And she said $10, and then I was like, wow. And then immediately my nature, or just like upbringing in this society is like, or just like it makes sense, you know, like to bargain, to exchange, to negotiate. Like if someone makes a deal, like then the other should offer a deal back, you know,
Right.
like to work with each other to
not haggling,
make
but
the exchange.
It's discourse.
Yeah, it's a dialogue.
Dialectic.
Yeah.
Dialectic.
Yeah.
Dialogue. Not debate.
Yes. Because
Conversation.
if I now, so I only had, okay, so if I had $1,000 in my pocket, and that's not gonna make any sense,
Yeah.
anyways.
But
so.
Go
ahead.
I'm gonna stop now.
All right. Yes.
Because the shoulders are like, they're not as rich. But
So I paid the $10 just to finish the thing.
Yeah.
I paid the $10 for the mask, because I felt, well, immediately I felt, oh, maybe I can offer a cheaper price, but
you paid $10.
I paid the original price of $10
Okay.
because then I felt that this person, like, this person made this, you know, and I just felt that they made this, and the fact that they made that, and the fact that they're sharing this, and it's not even that much money, but it's like a great piece, like this mask, and like even though I only had the $14, I just felt like I'm not even gonna try to negotiate, because I couldn't negotiate. My idea was like, well, maybe I could save a few dollars in my pocket, but instead I just gave them the $10, and I actually walked back and gave her the rest of the $4. Oh, then I went back and bought another piece, which I wasn't sure because I only had $4 then, but I was like, forget. I just had a feeling inside. I got
intrinsic
that one
value.
$5. I said, could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
My last $4 for that mouse? She said, yeah. And she made the exchange. And then she was like apologizing for taking my last $4.
But the happiness that's gonna be like, it's like, I'm not pinning it right down that balloon, but we're discussing intrinsic value somehow. But artists are freaking smart.
He's pointing at me.